my day when we start. I'll talk about my day.
Hey, everyone. GameHounds podcast, and we haven't started the audio stream yet, but we've started the video stream. I'm Edie Sellers. With me is Nick DiNicola right there. We got Holy Goalie, who thinks he's the sausage king below me. And we're in week 2 of 3, at least in California, of being shut in. And I'm fucking out of my mind. How are you doing, Nick?
I'm fine. I mean, I have I have work
Just
to do.
another day.
I have work to do, so my days are all structured around that.
But are you going out?
No,
he's a vampire.
Good.
He doesn't go out.
Yeah,
you ever seen
crazy.
the episode of the Twilight
I
Zone?
wouldn't go out. I only went out last weekend to the grocery store to buy food.
Nick is the Burgess Meredith in the Twilight Zone episode in the vault with all the books. This is fine. This is fine.
Yeah. I look around. I can
This is
live
fine.
with this.
yeah, exactly.
As long as my eyes don't fall out, I'm good.
I'm kind of done with being indoors.
I walked.
I would love more free time.
Well, but now remember, Caitlin, your significant other, is she's going to work every day.
No, she's home.
Oh, she is home. Okay.
Yeah, because they closed adoptions.
Okay.
Although recently the governor said that animal services would reopen because they're considered essential, so that more people could adopt and the animals could take care of. But she hasn't heard anything back yet. And it's been a couple days since that announcement went out, so I don't know what's going to happen there.
Yeah, I'm still on hold for my job. Hopefully, this will end on April 7th, like they said, and I can go to work for my first day on April 7th. But since then, I've started a daily radio show for my neighborhood to provide them information about what's going on and music. We've been doing music. I'm probably going to get a cease and desist anytime.
Yeah, you got to be careful with music.
I'm totally expecting it. But you know what? Under the circumstances, if they really want to file a cease and desist for me trying to cheer up my fucking neighborhood during the COVID virus, that's more of a hit to them than them actually, and all of 30 people are listening to the podcast right now. But then when this is done, I'm going to stop them and I'm not going to keep doing this because I can't do a daily show every day at 5 o'clock. So. And Goalie, you're doing a podcast. You're doing are you doing podcast or video stream? Where are you doing it?
I'm doing it right here on StreamYard.
Okay.
So, because I have my own StreamYard account, and what I do,
what's it called?
Is it's just chat, Monday night chat, Tuesday night chat, Wednesday night chat, and we get on about. We started this about a week ago, where I was doing it for my own therapy. Okay, because
me too.
I have bad anxiety, and I don't have depression so much. I think everybody does to a degree. I think we all do, but my anxiety is really bad because I'm a planner, and I like my stability, and I plan. And right now, I'm not stable, and I can't plan. Right. So it's driving me nuts. But with anxiety comes my diverticulitis, which means I go back into the hospital for tests, and I don't want that. So I'm really working on my anxiety right now, like really bad. Okay, and so I started doing these shows just for myself. I would just like we're doing here. I do a Facebook and YouTube like you do, and I just started chatting. Next thing you know, I had a one guest join, and then we had 4 the other night, and we just start talking about what's going on. And then we say, hey, what are you playing for games? And the chat starts filling up with Facebook and YouTube. And next we were going to do 20 minutes. Next we're doing an hour and 20 minutes, and people don't go. And I get people from the UK tuning in, and they're like, yeah, I get friends from all over from video games and board games. So I got hockey, all these different communities, and they're all jumping in. And some people you can see they post right away, and then they post at the end, so they've been there the entire time. And so so there's a lot of people that come in and they're like, see you tomorrow. Seriously, that's where we are right now. See you tomorrow at 7. And they're like, this is what I need. And the guys in the UK are like, wow, we just got holed up and we can't go out, and it's good to see you. And hey, what are you guys playing? Okay, I'm playing this. And we talk about that. And then we talk about your game, and we talk about your game. And people get their say, and they get their talking. And it's for some people it's a local show, and some people it's a global show. And
that's nice.
And for me, so getting back to me, I talk for an hour and a half or so, and I can not worry. Okay,
taking your mind off of it.
It takes my mind out. Not that I don't stop thinking of it, and not that I don't take it seriously, but I can sit there and say, I need to concentrate on the show and keep busy, and that's what I need to do. Keep busy. I think we got the same headset, by the way.
Sony's?
I used to have those. Yeah, the Oh no, I used to have those, and they broke.
MDR 7506s.
I don't know what I had some Sonys, and I loved
these
them.
These are the workhorses of the industry.
Yeah,
they just, you could beat them up, and
I had them for so long they broke. So I got
these are 12 years old. These are my original. Everything actually. This is 12 years old, too.
Oh really?
The microphone, yeah.
Yeah,
in fact, I think also, my board has also been 12 years old. I think everything I've got here that I use is from the first episode of GameHounds.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I had those headphones and I loved them. I was like, these are great. Just unfortunately they broke or something happened, so I had to get these. And these are another set of Sonys, but I had because I saw the logo when you turned. I saw that blue logo. I says, I think I had those. So so I've been doing that talk show at night. I've been doing when we get into what we're playing, I've been playing tabletop games. Boy, I tell you, I know you guys play some tabletop games from time to time. And
don't wreck the show.
Oh, we
haven't started the actual podcast. This is
just start it then.
All right. We want for everybody to get in. Hey, Corey
Wallace. Start the podcast.
Corey Wallace is in here.
What are you waiting for?
Because we always start the video show before we start the podcast.
Oh.
We always do. Where have you been, people?
In my house.
Man. All right. So let me
talk
amongst yourselves while I set up the actual podcast.
Where have we been?
Shithead. I will cut you. Those are really handy, by the way, when you're actually working.
This showed up at my front door.
Oh yeah. The cat will see you. Come after you.
Wow! Stand up again. That was awesome. Stand up again. Stand up again. That's awesome.
I got my mother that same shirt a couple years ago. Just so you know.
So this was from Caitlin's dad a couple years ago.
5:38, and we are talk amongst yourselves because I got to type. It's a lot of typing to do this.
Oh, okay.
So let me show you.
What you been eating?
Hang on a second. Let me show you this. I'm going to share my screen. This was my background picture. If you guys can see that. This was my background picture for my StreamYard last night.
Such a fucking weirdo.
I mean, come on. I took that a few weeks ago before the plague at the market. I was like, oh, that is an awesome picture. I just wanted to jump in there and roll around in it, And so I put that as the background. We got a lot of compliments on that. That was really fun last night doing that. Yeah, it is. So, yes, Nick does wear that same shirt every podcast. He does.
All right.
Yeah, every podcast. That's true.
So Kevin had just decided for some strange reason, because he sleeps in the guest room, because he's got a bed in there that doesn't fuck up his back. So he's decided that it's too cold in that room now, after being in there for years. And he's got a teeny tiny thin blanket. He doesn't like to have a blanket on him. So he's got a teeny tiny thin blanket. But he's now decided it's too cold in there for him. So he turns up the heat in the house, which roasts me in my bedroom. So
want to get like a little mini electric heater.
Well, if he turns he has an electric heater, but if he turns it on, then it stays on all night and then he roasts. So he'd rather just turn up the house heat, which is expensive. And
how does that not roast him?
Makes me a sauna because it's got a thermostat. And if he sets it to 63 in the house, then he's nice and comfortable. It's like 80 degrees in my bedroom with the doors closed. So I have gotten no sleep the last 2 nights because
he needs to buy a more advanced electric heater.
He needs to buy either a more advanced electric heater or sleep under a fucking blanket if you're cold, rather than turn on the gas in the whole house and blast gas in the house. So I'm cranky. Than usual. All right. We ready to go?
Yeah.
All right. Going live. All right, mics are hot. Hello and welcome to GameHounds. GameHounds episode 538. We are recording this show on Wednesday, March 25th, 2020. I'm Edie Sellers. We have Nick DiNicola and Holy Goalie in the house. Hi, guys.
Hello.
And we are freaking... Nick and I have been inside for a week now. Week and 2 days. I'm going nuts. Goalie, are you on a stay home order right now?
Kind of, sort of. Yeah. I mean, the other
they haven't
day,
made it official.
Yesterday at noon, they made it official that you can go to the grocery store, you can go to the pharmacy, you can get gas. I mean, if you need to get your car worked on, mechanic. I mean, there's certain things you can still do, but the roads are bare because it's not like you can go to the movies, you can't go to a concert, you can't go to a sporting event, you can't even get on the park and play basketball with somebody. So, so they've made it to such a point where you just might as well stay home. I mean, you can't congregate. So if you wanted to go and sit at the corner and talk to people, you're not supposed to do that.
Right.
So
you're where we are. That's exactly what we have. We're in a stay home order, which is stay home unless you have what they call essential travel.
Yeah.
Being you need to go to the store to pick up food, you need to go to the pharmacy to pick up medicine, gas for your car, something. If it's like going somewhere to get something that you need now, but all other businesses are closed down.
Yeah. So here's my day. So I'll get up, and sometimes I even sleep in till 8, 9, 10 o'clock. Like today I did. I just slept in because I don't have anything to do. Like I need to do.
Right.
And so I get up. And I made some breakfast real quick. I watched some of The Man in the High Castle. I've already gone through 2 seasons of that. So now I'm on season 4. And I'm not a big TV watcher, but that's what I've been doing. Walked the dog, took a shower, and then kind of sat down here, and it's time to podcast. And that's been my day. It's like, get up, have breakfast, walk the dog. His internet was terrible.
Okay.
I've been walking the dog twice a day. The dog's getting tired of me walking him. And then at night I do my podcast at night here, my live show at night on Facebook and YouTube. And I just chat with some people. Whoever wants to come in and chat, we chat with every night at 7 o'clock. And that's my day. And I play a couple of tabletop games and maybe some more Steam games or whatever. But it's like weird. It's like I don't have any work right now, and I'm getting. I would think you'd have all this time. No. It is so weird because it's probably
you do, but the thing is that it's not time you're looking forward to. You kind of hate having all that time.
It's just strange because the last time I was unemployed,
end up wasting it binge watching shit. And you don't want to do that.
I think it was 1995 was the last time I was on.
I had to move you because I know you want to shove your Diablo shirt out.
Yeah, that's fine. Nick's internet is terrible today. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been noticing differences or changes in the internet. I've been noticing our internet's getting logy. I think it's because so many people are on it. And the other thing I've been noticing is that texts. I tried this. I was sent you a text this morning, Nick, when I
it's just coming through now. I'm just getting it now.
And I'm frequently getting the not delivered a notification that it's not gone through because I think so many people are using the texts. Our digital infrastructure is challenged. Did you know that you cannot find this is the new toilet paper this week is webcams. You cannot find webcams.
A lot of our infrastructure is challenged.
Yeah, but particularly like if you're lucky you have your webcam now, Nick, and treat it gently, because you cannot buy a webcam for love or money anywhere in the United States right now or the world. Because everybody is all locked down and doing work from home, and a lot of people didn't have webcams.
It was
Apparently.
crazy because
everybody who didn't have one has one now.
When I did the stream the other night, I was telling my buddy had his phone. I was like, he's like, just got a webcam, and you look a lot. He's yeah, okay, and he's like, I can't find one. I was like, what are you talking about? I can't find one. He's like, I can't.
Oh my god,
webcam.
I might have to restart the internet because you're kind of all coming in very herky jerky.
Yeah, you're looking bad too. You want to go do that? We'll hold the fort down for you.
Nick, what to do is shut it down for an hour and a half. Let it reboot. Let it get a good reboot. All right, and then come back. I'm here to help.
So we've got you've been doing a nightly video chat like this on StreamYard, and so that you can see it on YouTube. I've been doing an audio show for my neighborhood because our neighborhood's we're kind of self-contained. We're literally an old-fashioned neighborhood where we've got our restaurants that are down, a block away, and we know all of the owners, and we've got our laundromat, and we've got our gas station, and it's just a little hamlet. And we also have a lot of people in the neighborhood who are seniors, and seniors have been ordered to completely stay home, not even essential travel. Whereas we're on stay home order. Senior citizens are being told it is a lockdown. They should do a self-imposed lockdown. So we have a lot of neighbors that are reaching out to people that are senior citizens saying, do you need anything at the store? Can I go get you something? And so I created a podcast to keep people apprised of what restaurants are open, what restaurants are closed, who's doing delivery, any new deliveries. And a bunch of people are offering services like... We have a local photographer in town who is does wildflower. Just been wandering around doing wildflower photos, and said, "Hey, anybody want to have their front garden photographed? I'm happy to do it because I'm literally looking for stuff to do." Some people are offering childcare, so it's a lot of it's small enough that it's self-contained, but large enough that if you didn't know some things, you might miss it. So I've been doing that daily show, and then also putting in music and stuff. And it's just for the length of the shut-in order.
It's keeping you busy. It feels like you're accomplishing something. That's how I do it. I feel like I don't want to toot my own horn here, but I mean, there's people that like that I'm doing that. I'm giving them an outlet to sit back and watch somebody that they know or know of, not just some guy on the radio. It's just a regular dude in his house chatting, and they can chat with me, and I interact with them, and we all kind of come together, and it's a feel good moment type of thing,
Yeah. Corey AC Wright says, can't people just use their phones as webcams? No. Because if you're working from home, you need to be able to do screen shares and Zoom conferences, and a phone will let you have a phone conversation with someone, but it won't actually let you be able to work with someone the way that you would.
It's very limited.
A sit-down meeting.
You can do things with it, but
yeah,
it's limited.
You can't really actually the key thing is you can't screen share.
Yeah. Well, when I was doing this the other night, I had a friend of mine to come in, and before he had the he actually used his Nikon camera as a webcam. Worked pretty good too, but he had a cell phone, and we were chatting like this just offline, and he was like, it was a terrible connection, Mm-hmm. So we don't do that anymore. So he's using his Nikon. He's got a really nice Nikon camera, like a nice professional one. He's used USB into the computer because he's like, I can't get a webcam,
Mm-hmm. The other thing that's the new toilet paper is bidets.
Oh yeah.
Apparently bidets are the new hot thing because everybody has time to install them now. And a bidet toilet seat, you don't use nearly the amount of toilet paper you normally would. Right. And I guess all of the bidet toilet seats in the country, in the United States, are all back ordered like 6 months now because it's just they got bought out. That looks much better, Nick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna reorder you, Goalie, again because I know you like to be reordered. There you go.
Thank you. Do you know what was kind of weird during one of my, actually two of my live shows? Because I got my landline here. We have a landline in the house, and I saw it was from the town.
Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear us?
I can hear Nick.
Yes, but everything is on a 3-second delay.
Oh,
maybe it'll sort itself out. You're sounding good.
Should I speak faster?
You look good.
Talk quicker. Hello, Pete. Let's go to Pittsburgh. My name's Pete. Let's go to Pittsburgh. Let's go to the project. Remember that guy?
Also, on my screen, Goalie is just a black screen and Edie is frozen.
Oh, I am. Nice. I'm hopefully not in some kind of weird facial, like tick moment.
No, you're just frozen, staring at the screen like.
That sounds like me. Scowling as usual.
Yeah. So during the show, the town called and I answered it and they put it on speakerphone. They put it up to the microphone so everybody could hear it. And it was the town basically saying, all right, starting at noon tomorrow, all parks are closed, no playing basketball, no taking the kids to the park. You can still walk, And it was just weird getting this live thing on the air of what the town was telling me, And it was, it's just weird. Every day it's weird.
So it is 10 o'clock in the morning here in San Francisco. And I just got a text from a friend of mine who is going into work, who just texted me and said, another once in a lifetime experience brought to you by the new virus, by the new virus, 90 miles an hour on the Bay Bridge at 10 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. It's that empty.
Somebody shared a picture of Boston this morning and there wasn't a car on the highway. Seriously, it's
good.
Like a movie.
Good.
It's like a movie.
This is a good thing. That is a very good thing. We in our county, our cases of coronavirus were just starting to do this. I think we got 15. We were like going around like 3-4 a day, and then we went up to 15 in one day, and that's when they shut it down. And now it was doing this, and then it kind of flattened out, and it's just flattening out now at about 10 a day. Yes, we had 10 day before yesterday. We had 10 day before yesterday, and we had 9 yesterday. So we're flattening the curve, which is good because we're not going up exponentially. That's what California is terrified of. To go up exponentially like
it's going to keep going up
because they didn't. It's going to go up.
If you could test, the problem is you test everybody.
It's not the change. It's not the rate of change, or it's not the amount of change. It's the rate of change. If it starts going up from 5 cases to 10 cases to 20 cases to 100 cases day by day, that's what overloads your healthcare system, and that's what ends up with people being stacked up in the
right. But it also depends too, because 80% of these cases are you just stay at home. You're fine.
Right.
I don't want to say some people are fine, some people are a little sick, some people are a lot sick, and then some people do need the hospital.
And because there are a lot of people listening to this show who are younger, let me make something very perfectly clear to you. Young people do die from this. We had a teenager last night in California that died from coronavirus down in Southern California. Absolutely, young people catch it and young people can die from it. You're hearing a lot about the very mild cases, which is good. And yes, there tend to be more deaths per case of people that are elderly, but it does not mean you are bulletproof. Young people are absolutely dying from this. So do not throw fucking coronavirus parties. That's the new hot thing with the kids these days, is they're throwing coronavirus parties for
and licking toilet seats.
They're not licking toilet seats.
There was a couple of people that were licking toilet seats for clicks on YouTube, and it's just like, ugh, come on, man.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The young people can die from this. People Nick's age and younger. Yeah,
it's rare.
Like we said, it's rare, but they're doing it, and it is not a good way to go at all. It is not a pretty death. But yeah, we had a teenager last night, and they didn't say how old he was. They just said he was teenager, so 19 or younger, that died in California last night, night before last. So it's real. So we're cruising. We're not the number one county right now. That's Nick. You're in Santa Clara County, right? Oh God. Put your headset down, dude. What county are you in?
Am I coming in clear?
No. Your voice sounds good. Your video is awful.
Screen does not? Okay, your voice and screen is both messed up for me to the point where I can barely understand you. And I've been trying to figure out what to do.
I don't know what to do either. Somebody's obviously hogging up all the bandwidth. So
yeah, I need to
go out into your
my neighbors.
Yeah, go out into your courtyard and set off an EMP, and that should fix it.
Okay.
What county are you in?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Really?
No, but I don't know. I'm in Castro Valley.
That's not a county.
I know. I'm on like the border of one. Alameda. That's what it is. I think I'm on the border of Alameda.
Okay, or Alameda, and what? What's south of you?
Oh Jesus! You're asking all the hard questions.
Come on, dude.
I need to look up Bay Area counties on my phone because I can't do it on my computer because if I open a tab,
looks like
everything's going to explode.
Yes, you are in Santa Clara County. You're on the border.
Yes, south of me is Santa Clara and north is Contra Costa.
Santa Clara is the absolute hotspot so he's just off the border from the absolute hotspot in California where they have a ton of freaking cases. And of course,
that's where a lot of
county lines.
Jalen's friends are.
Yeah, it's Santa Clara County is like
that's San Jose, basically.
Yeah, San Jose and at the end of the bay, and it is absolutely Sodom and Gomorrah down there as far as the a pandemic is concerned, and San Mateo is also pretty bad. So I'm north of him, and all of the really bad stuff going on is south of him. But we're still, we've still got 70 cases in the county, and our first death a couple of days ago.
I'm going to try something.
How many cases do you have, Nick Goalie?
We got 5 in my town as of the other day. Like right in my town, they said, yeah.
Oh,
wow.
But
Massachusetts is what? 500, 600? In Massachusetts of what do we got? 3 or 4 million people?
Let me take a look. There's actually is a really good tool, and I'm pulling it up right now, that is a scorecard for how everybody's doing. That looks much better, Nick.
You know what I fucking did?
What did you do?
I unplugged the wired internet.
What's on the wired internet?
The Ethernet cable.
So you unplugged the Ethernet. What's attached to the Ethernet cable that's eating up all your bandwidth?
So okay, I have no idea. But I'm plugged in. I forget what it's called, but I'm plugged into a jack in the wall that then connects to another jack out by the Ethernet port, so that I have wired internet across the electrical wiring, because my computer's in a different room than the router. But I can still get wired internet that way. I have a power line connection. I unplugged that, and now I'm using my wireless.
Oh, it looks great.
Sometimes it works. Sometimes wireless will work better. Just how it is.
Yeah. Looks like you need a new cable, dude. It might be your cable. Mm-hmm. So, what county are you in, Goalie?
Essex.
There's Middlesex, Worcester, Norfolk.
Let's see if I can.
Suffolk. God dang. I can't figure it out. Anyway, it looks like everybody there is getting an A for. The only thing that's not getting an A is Franklin, Massachusetts, and they're getting a B as far as how they're doing with social distancing. But looks like Massachusetts itself is getting an A for social distancing. And
it's quiet out there. Let me tell you, I'm walking my dog once or twice a day, and I'm running into everybody. Everybody's home. Everybody either working from home or out of work. Everyone's home right now.
Yeah, you have 611 cases in your state.
Yeah,
we have 1,400. So that's kind of funny that you have almost half as much as we do, and you're like literally like an eighth of the size, a 16th of the size of California.
Most of it's in the cities like Boston because we're on top of each other. You know what I mean? We're very congested here. There's no, there's really no mountains or rural area. I mean, there's some, but I mean, there's parts of California that are a desert. Okay, because I've driven through the deserts in California, and there's no deserts here. So I mean, it's like my friend Ron up in Vermont there. He's in Burlington, Vermont, and what's like 80 or 90% of the population is within 5 miles of Burlington, Vermont. So I mean, it's skewed because there's so many people clustered in one area. Then you have all this expanse with nothing, So it's
Bitters says there's over 1,000 cases in his state, and AC Ray says there's like 30,000 cases in New York State. Just not near me. Thank goodness.
New York is
New York's getting fucked.
Yeah,
up.
They are on top of each other, so they have to concentrate on that. Yes, they do.
Yeah, but it's bad.
Yep, and it'll get a little worse, and it's at some point I hope the virus it peters out or we develop a resistance. But I mean, we got to do something. It's bad.
Mark my word. There's going to be at least 1 million people that die from this in California, in the United States. I'm going to call it right now.
I don't think it's going to
be 1 million people that die.
No.
What's it at right now?
The numbers don't support that.
It depends. It depends on when this hits, how hard it hits, and whether we've got the infrastructure up. There's only so many hospital ships that can be shipped out.
The survival rate is what 97%, and
it is right now. But
the people that are 80 plus or 70 plus, those are the people that are in trouble. And I'm not saying that other people can't die because they have, but when you look at the mortality rate, if you said 1 million people are going to die, and that's 3%,
that just means 100 million people get it. That's easy to do in the U.S. We have a population of like 350.
Exactly.
And
so that means just a
started
third
hitting
of the population catches it, and 10% die. That's 1 million people, guys. Sorry.
Also, I heard that it just started hitting big in Florida, and that's where a lot of
Florida. It's gonna roll through Florida. Holy shit! Is it gonna roll through Florida?
All those kids went down there. Yep.
Yeah.
They started partying up.
Well, because they're immune. They're bulletproof. They're not gonna get sick.
I did read something.
They're going to take it home to their families.
Just now about someone who had a coronavirus party got tested positive for coronavirus because of course they did. Yeah, people aren't taking it seriously. Well, the problem is that they made a big deal about elderly people being sick from it, but they didn't couch that with the information of it doesn't care that you're old. You'll get very, very sick if you're old, and you have a much higher chance of dying, but it doesn't mean you won't die if you're young. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we're starting to see the young people die now. Anyway, here's our doom and gloom podcast. Hey.
Yeah, it's I
don't have it yet. Nick doesn't have it yet. Goalie doesn't have it yet.
I don't think so. I mean, I've had a runny nose, but I guess that's not a coronavirus.
Hey, I'm gonna.
Yeah, right. Isn't that's the sort of existential terror part of it? Is that there's every chance that you could have it and just not know it.
Yeah, right? That's the thing is every time I cough, and I cough a lot, especially when I'm exercising, it's like, oh my gosh, I got it. But then it's like, I don't have any, like, there's no headaches and there's no fatigue and there's no stuff like that. But you're so paranoid about it. You really are so paranoid.
But even then, it's not just like it might come up. It's like you might have it and not know it and then spread it to someone that you know.
And you absolutely shed the virus for at least anywhere from a few days to a few weeks before you are symptomatic. And that's when you're shedding the virus the highest. You start shedding it less when you're symptomatic. So I'm going to share a screen with you real quick. And you guys, this is public service for all of our listeners. So this is a chart. I hope you guys can see it.
I've seen this.
Yeah, this is a chart that was released by our county, but please put this in your screenshot it or whatever you have to do. But this is a chart of symptoms so that you can help determine whether it's a cold, flu, or coronavirus. And you can, if you're goalie, where it's like, oh gosh, I woke up with a runny nose and a cough, or I got I'm sneezing a lot now, and I got a sneezing and a runny nose. Do I have the coronavirus, or is this just a cold?
Yeah.
This is a chart that can go through the thing. But I've heard that there's two things now that are a telltale, absolute telltale, is the shortness of breath, and apparently this is a new symptom that they've identified. It's not new to the virus, but one that they've identified now is that you lose your sense of taste and smell. That is a big determining factor. And this chart was made before that one was figured out. So yeah, coronavirus telecast. Hi, Sharon is in the chat room. No, I'm sorry. We're not going to talk about coronavirus the whole time. It just happens to be on our minds. Just say.
Well, it's
so what have you been playing? I haven't been playing shit. I've been doing a podcast once a day, and I didn't realize how much, or a live radio show. I didn't realize I forgot how much work that is to do a live show every single day. So that's all I've been doing, pretty much.
Yep. I just
certainly not cleaning my house, as you can tell.
I just fire up and do it like this and just chat, and I rotate my pennants behind me and my shirts and stuff.
Are you playing any games?
Yes. I as we were talking before the show, I've been playing some tabletop sports games, and I just finished up a small hockey project. And boy, I tell you, for those that don't play tabletop games or haven't in a while, the big difference, as you guys know, because you guys play some tabletop games, when you're playing video games, it's the visuals are done for you. You play the game, you see what happens, and it's all created for you. When you play a tabletop game, it's like listening to the radio, and you need to create the visuals in your mind.
Right.
And I just did this hockey tournament, and every time there was a goal or a save, I could picture myself at the rink and watching this play out, because instead of playing NHL on the TV where it's all there for you, right? I'm playing on the tabletop, and now it's in my mind. And that was so fun. I sat there. I couldn't stop playing this game because I could just picture it. That's when you guys play Dungeons and Dragons as a kid, and you're like, now the dragon comes up on you. You can picture the dragon. You know what I mean? Or you can picture the cave. And so it's theater of the mind.
I play Dungeons and Dragons now.
And so I played this turn. Yeah. And isn't it fun just sitting there? It's like, because everyone's going to think of something different, but it's your mind. You are creating this. And it's been really fun. So I finished that. And actually on my YouTube channel, I did a recap of the tournament because I had so much fun. I wanted to talk about it. I did an hour-long recap with my friend Ron. And we talked about the series and what happened and who scored and how it played out. And it was he's just like, wow, you had a lot of fun with that. I said, I did. I had a lot of fun. The other thing I did is I'll share my screen here. Is someone was talking to me in one of my chats about playing as the 1899 Cleveland Spiders baseball team. And I says, why would I want to play the 1899 Cleveland Spiders baseball team? He says, because they were the worst team ever in baseball. They won 20 games. And when the season ended, they were 84 games out of first place. That's how bad they were. And the guy says, I know you like the bad teams. And I says, yes, I do. I like the bad teams. So he says, go get this season and play it. So they had it on sale for like $7. So I picked up the season and I started to play the 1899 Cleveland Spiders, and I'm going to share my screen here, and I'll maximize it. And so this is the game. This is how the game is played.
1899 Cleveland Spiders. Oh my God! Look at that.
So I found So the game's played. It's like X's and O's. It's not like the show or anything like that. It's just you see the players' names and you pitch and you hit, and the game simulates a game. So it's like a tabletop game, but on the computer, and you can switch the pitcher and put in different batters. But
what's this called again?
It's called Action PC Baseball. And a lot of times I play Action PC Hockey and Action PC Football. There's a whole line of games. And so I get to do the play-by-play. You see me off on the side on the microphone, and I'm doing the play-by-play. And it's like, okay, here's the pitch from Powell. And ground ball down to second base. Childs has it. Oh, to first to O'Connor, and that retires the side. And that's how and it's fun. And I streamed this the other day, and people come in the chat and they watch the game, and that's what my friend Ron does all the time. And so so I'm playing now. If you can see the scoreboard at all, it's kind of blurry a little bit, but this is so I am playing as the see if I can up the quality a little bit. No, I can't. 720. So I am playing the St. Louis Perfectos. It's not the St. Louis Cardinals. It's the St. Louis Perfectos. Okay. Perfectos. And there's all kinds of crazy teams in this game. So I guess there's only 10 or 11 teams in the league because it's the National League only, 1899.
Is St. Louis Perfectos a real team?
Yes, this is no joke. This is I am replaying the 1899
back in
season.
1899?
Yep, they only had 10 teams, I think, and St. Louis Perfectos, and it was the Boston Bean Eaters. It wasn't the Boston Red Sox; it was the Boston Bean Eaters. and this is not a made up thing. And the only thing that's made up is you can put in.
I want a St. Louis Perfectos T-shirt. Seriously.
Now you can in this game you can customize your field, so you can take any photo and put it in the background. So somebody had posted a bunch of photos. I don't know what field this is, but it's like that sepia tone, and it has that 1899 field. So this could be Detroit, this could be New York. I have no idea what field this is. I'm not a 1899 baseball fan. This might not even be from 1899, but instead of putting in a modern stadium, I wanted to give it an old field. So I put in this ancient stadium. In fact, you can see there's no wall. It's just people in the outfield, right? And so there's been a couple times I hit a fly ball deep and it went into the people, like that one there. It just hit somebody in the head. So Action PC Baseball, I've done a lot of Action PC Hockey too on my channel as well. And they have football, baseball, basketball, hockey, golf. They get 5 sports. I have them all. But I decided to play the Spiders. 1899. Why the heck would I play the 1899 Spiders? Well, because they were so terrible.
There you go. St. Louis Perfectos T-shirts. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Have you been able to get a better win ratio than they did?
I've only played the one game. So they won 20 games. They were 20 and 134. Okay.
So you got to beat that.
20 and 134.
Yeah. In fact, let me see if I can show you this. Hang on one second. I will show you. So this is the game. Let me see if I can share my screen here. It's loading up right now.
Corey Wallace says, is that the original field too, or is it just made up?
I don't know what field that is. Okay. So can you see that screen right now? Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is this is the game, and if over here on the side I can change whatever season, so I can go to 1983, and so whatever season you buy, it loads in. But if I go back here to 1899, so I started playing the season, so I've only played one game. But yeah, it's only these teams right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 teams. There's 12 teams, and so yeah, I mean, I'm trying to see
St. Louis is second.
Yep.
It's my new favorite ball team.
It is. I'm trying to see if I can call up the actual stats to show you what it was here, because I'd have to reset it, so I don't want to reset it. But it would show you that they were 20 and 134 down here at the bottom, 84 games out of first place. But I'm because I'm doing the replay right now. It's showing you what I'm doing, rather than the actual what's happening. So yeah.
Did you win that one game?
No, I was up 1-0 in the top of the first. We lost 4-1. It wasn't too bad. Now, let me see if I double click. So here's my team. Okay. So my pitchers are Jim Huey, Harry Maupin, Frank Bates, Sport McCallica. I like Sport McCallica. That's pretty good.
Sport McCallica.
Yeah. You want to hear something funny?
We have to write that name into Grandpa's hidden chest.
Oh yes, we do.
Sport McCallica.
Now you want to see something crazy?
Okay.
I don't know if
I
don't know if you can see the. Okay, no, you can't see the screen that just popped up. But I get two guys on my team here. Okay, one was called where is he? Right here, Dick Harley. Okay, Dick Harley batted second, right, in left field. And who batted right after Dick Harley was Joe Quinn. So I had Harley Quinn. So I worked Harley Quinn into the lineup. But I mean, so this game here, so I have a bunch of the seasons, so I can go, call up 1985 season, and it'll show me the actual stats. And then once you start a replay, it erases all these because now it's keeping track of what you're actually doing if you follow that. So so the 1899, it just gives me I can call up the different things here. So call up Boston. See the Bean Eaters? Can you see that?
Oh yeah, the Boston Bean Eaters up in the upper right hand corner.
Yeah, so it's not
it's seventh place.
Yeah, so it's the Bean Eaters. Baltimore is the Orioles. Brooklyn Superbars. The Brooklyn Superbars. 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 I don't know, but it's 1899. It's the Chicago Orphans. Sounds like gangs. I'm not joking. This is what it is. I'm not joking. This is real.
Oh, the spirits of baseball players past. I'm sorry, but I'm totally laughing at your mascot names.
Some of these old.
Oh, did we just lose Nick?
They sound like the Warriors movie, right? Sound like Gangs of the Warriors. Let's go on. Cincinnati. Yes. Cincinnati is the Reds. Cincinnati is the Reds.
Okay.
Cleveland are the Spiders. We talked about the Cleveland Spiders.
Right.
Okay. And Louisville. What do you think Louisville is?
The Sluggers.
The Colonels.
The Colonels?
Secret recipe? I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe.
Right. Hey,
maybe.
Could be.
Maybe. So you can see how much fun I'm having with this. Oh, Honus Wagner. You might have heard of Honus Wagner.
Oh yeah, Honus Wagner, the most valuable baseball card of all time is a Honus
Wagner is on this team. If you can believe it. Yeah, Honus Wagner.
Yep, so, he was absolutely the star of the original baseball, the 1899 baseball. Yeah, Honus Wagner. What is the value of a Honus Wagner baseball card these days? It's insane. I mean, it's like a $1 million baseball card.
Yeah. Where did he go? Oh, here he is. So let's go on here. So New York. What do you think the New York team is?
3.12 million is the Honus Wagner.
He played in 1899. 1899, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you think the New York team is?
Capitals?
The New York. I can't guess.
I don't even know myself. Giants.
Of course, New York Giants, which became the San Francisco Giants.
Okay. Philadelphia.
Philadelphia might be the Bells, the Liberties.
I think they were the Phillies.
Were they the Phillies?
Yes, they were the Phillies. So 1899. Imagine that. They kept their name the whole time. Pittsburgh. What do you think about Pittsburgh? You think they were the Pirates?
No, they weren't the Pirates. What was Pittsburgh? I know this one, but it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember.
It was the Pirates.
It was the Pirates.
It was the Pirates. Yep. St. Louis was the Perfectos. Yep. And then the last team is Washington, which is the Senators.
Senators. Right.
So
and the current Senators are not the original Senators. Obviously, the Senators went away, and then they were brought back with the same 1899 name. But yeah, the Giants are still around. That is a continuous organization. It was just they moved to San Francisco. The San Francisco Giants actually date back to 1899.
So that's kind of that's the fun I've been having with these sports simulation games. So now I'm playing 1899 baseball and I don't know anybody. Honus Wagner, I guess I know now, so he'll be my favorite guy in that. But I'm just, it's stupid fun. I played one game. It took me 20 minutes to a half hour to play the game, and they just had some fun with it. And I'm not going to play all 150 games, but I'll skip around. I'll play every 10th game maybe. I want to play every team once, and then see how bad I do and let the computer sim the rest out. But that's what's fun. The fun thing about those games is you can play every game, or you could just sim it out as much as you want, sim the whole season if you want. I actually, in the football game, about a month ago, before Tom Brady went to Tampa Bay, I put Tom Brady on Miami, and I wanted to see how he would do with Miami, and I simmed the whole season. And they actually they made the playoffs and lost in the first round. But you can do crazy things like that. You can move players around and just sim the league and have some fun with it. So yeah, so I've been playing some Cleveland Spiders. I've been playing some tabletop games, and I've been streaming online, and I've been trying to keep busy like that.
Cool.
I'm looking up Chicago Orphans t-shirts. They look exactly like the Perfectos t-shirts. So I guess they didn't have logos.
No, a lot of them didn't. Yeah, it wasn't a big deal back then.
Yeah,
just
they didn't have marketing.
It was just the name.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Nick,
okay.
what you been playing, dude?
Yeah, talk to Perfectos.
Okay. Oh, the Perfectos. I've been delving into a. I beat Call of Cthulhu.
You beat Call of Cthulhu. What? Okay. You kind of dropped out there for a second, but you're back.
Oh, okay. Beat Call of Cthulhu, and I enjoyed that game. That's a really good, just straightforward adventure game. And so then I picked up a game that I had heard about that's also kind of Lovecraftian called The Sinking City.
Okay.
Last year, maybe early this year. I forget exactly when it came out, but I was expecting another kind of straightforward adventure game for like Call of Cthulhu. But The Sinking City, it turns out, is actually a very wide, expansive game. It's take the straightforward adventure of Call of Cthulhu and expand that into an open world game, and that's The Sinking City. It basically you are just an investigator who's investigating visions of madness, because people all across the country are having visions of madness related to this city that is literally sinking into the water. And once you get there, you kind of get caught up in the internal politics of the city's grand families. But what's kind of neat about it is
where is this? I've seen this.
This is
where
The Sinking City.
Yeah, but where are you playing it on?
Oh, PlayStation.
PlayStation?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, this is.
And I think it's on sale now on the March discount.
Very similar to Cthulhu, you said, right?
It is, but it's like way, way bigger. The investigation elements are way more complicated. The story is way more expansive. It's an open world game, and it's kind of. At first, the open world kind of turned me off because it's a little difficult to get around. You run at a fairly slow clip, and there's a lot of space between areas where you want to go to. You can fast travel between phone booths, but first you have to find those phone booths. So you walk on your own in order to actually find fast travel points. So the story, you get caught up in the internal politicking of the grand families of the city, and you kind of get you do a mission for them, and then they'll give you information that helps you progress your investigation into the visions of madness, and then you meet another grand family and kind of do a thing for them while investigating you have the visions of madness. And this is another thing that it has over Call of Cthulhu is a lot of combat. Basically, every abandoned building you go into, there's probably some sort of monster there, and the combat is not the best, and it's kind of frustrating. I've been able to. There's also a skill tree, and RPG elements where you level up with experience points. And I've been able to spec my character in such a way that the monsters are not quite as difficult as they were before. I also, like, after the first couple encounters, I just immediately dropped it to easy because I didn't want to have to deal with any of
It
that
looks
bullshit.
like Resident Evil.
Yeah, kind of. It's a bit more fast-paced than Resident Evil, though. And you have a lot of like equipment on you. So like you can get hurt fairly quickly, and then I'll heal myself, and I can use like construction material to build bullets and build first aid thing system to the game that feels in a lot of ways kind of unnecessary because I get so many materials that I never really run out of bullets or run out of anything else to build. Okay,
Oh,
everything kind of dropped out for me for a second, but are we good? Can
yeah,
you hear me?
can hear now.
Okay. Um, so the investigation part is like kind of the bread and butter of the game. And the way that works is the game doesn't really give you any waypoints. It doesn't really tell you what to do. You have to look at the clues and figure out what to do from there. And one of the things it will do is it will put little icons uh, on the icons. Like you can see on this screen, you have like a dead body icon, you have document icons, and some of those have little exclamation marks next to them. And that means they're new. And those little orange icons will kind of indicate that there's something about this clue that you want to look into. Maybe it's, hey, the orange icon might indicate, hey, this is a piece of information you want to go talk to someone about. Or the little orange icon will indicate, hey, you should go to an or the newspaper press and find information there. So those orange icons kind of point you in the direction of what you should do, but the game doesn't explicitly tell you what to do at all. And so that's just kind of wants you to kind of look at the clues and think about where to go. And like one of the neat things that I actually like is it doesn't give you any waypoints. It will, when you want to go someplace, it will tell you, oh, it's on, Innsmouth Street in between Oak and Reed. And so you have to open your mouth. You have to open the map, find the section of the city that it's in, find Innsmouth Street, follow that until you can find Oak and Reed Street, and then you mark on the map, this is where I'm supposed to go. And then you have to go there. And thankfully, any door that you can enter is marked with an H. And any door you can't enter is just kind of a plain, image. So once you get to that street, once you get to the location the general location, you just got to look around for a door with an H on it and be like, okay, I guess that's where I go. And so that's kind of how the game progresses, is you doing favors for these big families, investigating. It's a kind of slow progression of a game. But what I like about the story is normally these Lovecraftian stories are kind of small in scale. It's about one guy dealing with one thing. But this is like the nation is and trace back to this city. And in the city, everyone knows there are monsters. Everyone can see these monsters. Everyone is dealing with these monsters. Everyone else is having visions. Like, it's that slow insanity of Lovecraft, but actually expanded out onto a citywide level where you're actually seeing this city and its infrastructure try to deal with the fact that it's slowly sinking. The streets are flooded. Like half the time when you're walking along the streets, you'll have to get in a boat, go over a little river, and then get off the boat because that street has sunk. And then just dealing with the fact that because so many people have abandoned their homes.
That the environment is dynamic, meaning that the farther you get in the city, the more it floods, correct?
No, like the city itself seems pretty like set in stone.
Okay.
Yeah, like the streets that are flooded. If you look closely at the map, you can always tell what streets are flooded because they will be blue and pavement will be brown. So you can always tell what's flooded and what's not. But yeah, it's a much more comprehensive and a much more. I'm really enjoying it, but it's also
all right.
like
What I like this is,
if you
it
liked
too,
Call of
is it too much for
Cthulhu,
me?
I don't know. It might be too much for you. Like it could very easily be
I
too much for you.
I like simplicity and the relaxingness of Call of Cthulhu.
You might want to look at this game called Black Mirror, and I haven't actually picked it up yet, but I've looked into it because it's on sale now. And that looks to be a similar kind of straightforward point-and-click adventure. Because I remember playing it at E3, not E3,
PAX.
Years and years ago. But yeah, Sinking City, I'm enjoying it. It's definitely expansive and complex. So it is not a straightforward point-and-click adventure game. It is a much bigger, much more modern game. But I'm enjoying the story, and I want to see where it goes so far because it's interesting seeing the sort of personal insanity blown out to this real grand scale, and I want to see exactly how I can end the world. And one thing I am enjoying about it is that has a modern open world game, you're going to encounter a lot of side quests that have moral choices, and at the end of it, I'm going to be able to choose what am I going to do. Yes, this person stole something, but they did it to save their family. Should I let him go or should I turn him in? You know, that kind of thing. And all through the game, I have chosen to be just the asshole, super law-abiding detective. And I've kind of really enjoyed being that shithead of being like, oh no, yeah, you failed to protect. The fish got poisoned on your watch, and I know that it's not entirely your fault, and you fought back, but still, you should have been fucking watching it. So I'm gonna turn you in, and you're probably gonna get killed, but fuck it, it's not my problem. I've enjoyed being that asshole because there's something about moral choices in a horror game feel like I am much more free to not have to be good and not worry about being good. So yeah, that's the Sinking City.
All right.
I'll have to check out that other one too.
I'm interested in this one. This looks like
Black
something...
Mirror. AC Wraith, link to it in the chat.
With the extra time I've had on my hand, man, I've been really tempted to fire up either The Witcher 3 or Skyrim again because I have time and I'll probably get a couple more weeks anyway before I go back to work. So I'm wondering, I'm wondering if I should really fire up a monster of a game.
I so want to get back into Witcher.
Oh man, I didn't finish it.
I never did the DLC. I should do that, but now I don't know how to play the game. I'd have to go back and learn
I know.
all the
That's where I'm
controls.
at. I'd have to play the whole thing all over because I don't even remember where I was in the story.
I think I might. I think I'm gonna curl because I've been playing a lot of tabletop games, but I kind of want to kick back, on the couch and play something like that and just have some fun with it,
So, anybody got any other games to talk about? I have none. I'm gonna play games this week. I figured that I would have more time to play games. And no. Anyone else take advantage of the deep discounts and free games lately? AC Wraith wants to know.
I grabbed on the iPad Retro Bowl football game. I haven't played it yet, but it was free, so I grabbed it, and they disabled whatever. I've never played it, but it's a little retro football game, so I picked it up. I picked up that for free. Somebody had, and I don't know who it was. It was a Steam key. I need to go back and look. It was like $1.99 for the Atari Steam Vault for Atari. And I should go back. I should go check that out because it's $10 to buy the Atari games. But the thing with those Atari 2600 games, they're fun to play for like 5 minutes, and then you're like, yeah, you don't want to do this anymore. So that's the problem with the Atari games. You can only play them for like I used to love Human Cannonball.
Yep.
Oh, Tomb Raider, Donnie, yes, Tomb Raider. I was thinking about playing again.
Tomb Raider free?
Because I have them all, so I don't need to buy it. But I was like, do I play Tomb Raider? Do I play Witcher? Because Tomb Raider is actually you could do that in a few days. That's not one like The Witcher or the Skyrim was going to take you 3 hours. Yeah,
right.
Tomb Raider was fun. There was some frustrating parts with it, but Tomb Raider was kind of fun.
Yeah, he also points out that Neverwinter's Night Enhanced is $5 on Steam right now, which I've never played Neverwinter.
I didn't either.
And I've always kind of sort of been interested in it. It just seems like kind of a good thing. So yeah, I'm very curious about that. Oh, I just got an alert on my computer that they've just updated the social distancing scoreboard for Wyoming. It went from D to F.
Oh.
Wyoming, it's coming for you, babies. It's coming for you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Wyoming.
Wyoming is the only F.
I did play one
F-bomb.
thing. I did play. Okay. I'm on a delay, so it's a little awkward.
No, you're hitching. Your internet is hitching, but then it catches up. So we're working with it.
Yeah. I played the demo for Resident Evil 3, the remake of Resident Evil 3.
I think you talked about that last week, didn't you?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, that it was coming, a chance to play it.
Oh no, it was the Final Fantasy
demo. I found
demo
it kind of frustrating. Oh yeah. I found Resident Evil kind of frustrating. I really enjoyed just the general progression of it. It was a lot like the remake of Resident Evil 2, where it's a third-person game and you're moving around, exploring the environment. Zombies are tough, and it was fun in that regard. But then the moment the Nemesis monster showed up, it got really, really frustrating because he did the kind of thing that you hate in chase games. This is the kind of boss that you have to run from. You cannot really fight him. And as I'm trying to run from him, he can send out a tentacle to grab me by the feet and drag me back toward him. Then when he does that, I'm stuck on the ground, just lying still for like 5 seconds. Then I roll to get up, start to run, and he hits me, and I fall down, and I'm just lying, waiting. Then I get up, start to run. He grabs me, pulls me back, and I'm like, I can't get the fuck away. What am I supposed to do? I can't get away. And then the moment I do get away, he leaps and lands in front of me. And I'm like, shit, I need to get past you. But every time I do, I get hit and like half my health is gone. And then when I try to run away, you just grab me and pull me back in. And it was just a super horribly frustrating mix of, a character that runs kind of slow, trying to outrun something that's really fast and can grab me. And it just felt like I'm the mouse and he's the rat. No, I'm the mouse and he's the cat, and he's just toying with me like an asshole. And I was like, this is just not fun. The way Resident Evil 2 handled that same type of boss was a lot better because he was just this big guy who kind of slowly walked towards you. And so as you slowly run away from him, that dynamic worked really well. But when the boss has all these abilities to, close the distance, it becomes really infuriating. So, now you can see. So, you have this dodge move. Oh yeah, see? Now he got you. You try to run away, and he just grabs you and pulls you back.
Donuts.
It's like I was in this situation. I'm like, I need to run. I'm trying to run. He hasn't actually stopped and jumped, so I don't know. Maybe there's a technique here.
Yep,
that I'm
like
missing.
He just did. Oh no, that's something else. So anyway, yes, not that thrilled with it, I guess, huh?
It works when it's a real slow pace, but then once the pace picks up when the Nemesis shows up, it gets way more frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
I just find Resident Evil, I don't like the camera, and I don't like that I'm always out of ammo. And it's
I don't like the shortage, and I don't like that I'm out of ammo, and I don't like that everything moves slowly. especially when it comes to these kind of guys.
If they fix the camera
these
angle,
kind of guys, it's bad. In the everything fit together. All the design, it was like a perfect puzzle piece. All the design elements worked in harmony. It was a perfect little game. And don't know, this one's not quite.
Not quite. Yeah. All right. Well, all right. Anything else before we move on to news?
No, just trying to stay focused here. I didn't say anything yet, but I had a friend try to kill himself last week.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
Oh.
Yeah. He got his work shut down. He got laid off, and yeah, he sent me a text Sunday this weekend. Said,
no.
I woke up in the hospital. I tried to kill myself. I was like, dude, don't. But that's what's going to happen here the longer this goes on. So that's the other part of the equation here. You get the virus, but the longer the people are without work and trapped in their house, you're going to have more of this stuff too.
Yeah. Well, that's why it's so important to reach out to other people, especially your immediate neighbors. Just, one of the things I did is write notes to everybody on my street with my cell phone number and saying, if anybody needs any help or they just want to talk or they want to text, here's my information, because we also have senior people on the street. It's like, hey, if you need me to pick up some food. But one of the things that will make you feel better if you're stuck in your house and you're feeling low is, even though you don't feel like doing it, go try and help somebody else. There are people out there who need your help, especially if you're young and you've got a vehicle or you've got a way to even just help pull weeds in front of somebody's yard, because, a lot of these seniors can't go out of their houses at all. And trust me, you don't want to do it. You don't feel like you have the energy, but trust me, you will feel better if you go help someone else.
It was last week. Friend calls me because I think it was the one day that, like, before everything shut down. It was like I think it was Monday of this week, whatever. Maybe, I don't know if I talked about this on the show last week, but I ran around doing all my errands. I got my car inspected and went to the store and I had my eye checked out because I'm having problems with my eye. So I had that looked at. So I tried to get as much stuff done on that one day as I could. And I got a friend from high school that called me, somebody I haven't talked to in probably 7 or 8 years or so. We just grew apart. He moved away. It's no big deal. It happens, He's living in other parts of the country, and then just once in a while he'll send me a text or call me and whatever. But he goes, Dave, I need a real big favor because I'm out in Colorado right now, and my parents, they're in a old age place near you, and they're almost out of toilet paper. Mm-hmm. And I said, dude, I could probably find a pot of gold faster than I could find toilet paper. And I was just like, everyone's looking for it now. And I said, I could run around all day trying to find it and not find it. And I felt like a jerk saying that because his aging parents and, his father's not doing well, and his mother's not doing well. And I'm just like, what do you tell the guy? It says, you're asking me for the one thing that everybody's looking for right now. And it's like, dude, I said, if they live in a place, maybe the place can help them. Or there's early hours for seniors at certain stores. Maybe they can go to that. And I'm just like, everyone's looking for it right now. And I don't know if I'm going to find it, And so I went home and I was talking to the wife about it. And she's like, well, we could give him some advice. I says, you're right. I says, we should at least do that, but it's just like the one thing. He's like, hey.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to ask for things that they can find easily.
But I mean, it's just the idea that, like, this is like what everybody's looking for. So I texted him back. I said, look, I says, how did you make out with your parents? He says, oh, we found them a whole 12-pack of toilet paper. I was like, okay, so they're all set. He's like, yeah, they're all. He goes, oh, and the place gives them a roll a day too. I'm like, well, you didn't tell me that. If someone gave me a roll a day, I'd be fine.
Yeah.
I would never have to worry about it. So why? No, I'm in a panic. I'm thinking I'm a bad friend, even though it's like I haven't talked to him in forever. And it's just like, here's somebody that's desperate and parents are desperate. And I'm like, what do you want me to do?
Hey, did you know that there is a toilet paper calculator?
I think I heard that. Yeah. Some of these people are set for 40 years.
I'm going to pull it up for you.
Some of these people, they said for
it's called
40
howmuchtoiletpaper.com. And I have to stand by. I have to put it in another tab. Howmuchtoiletpaper.com. And this is actually a really good thing for you to have, guys. Seriously. You can calculate how many rolls do you have? I have 24 rolls because that's in one of those cubes. How many toilet visits do I take a day? Well, I take like 5 and Kevin takes like 3, but only one of them is a poop.
10. Yeah.
So no, because he's not using I'm using toilet paper every time he's using toilet paper half the time, like once a day. So make it like let's be reasonable. It'll last me 55 days. It will last me almost 2 months to have 1 cube of toilet paper with 7 visits.
We do.
So that you can get an accurate count so that you can stop hoarding toilet paper. You do not need to hoard toilet paper. Why? Because when you do, you deprive little old ladies and little old men of toilet paper. You're creating a absolutely false need. You do not need cases of toilet paper. We're not going to fall apart to that degree. And if we do, we've got bigger problems than toilet paper. You've been watching way, way too much zombie apocalypse movies to think we need toilet paper. But yeah, it's howmuchtoiletpaper.com to calculate your toilet paper needs.
What's funny is my neighbor's house got TP'd the other day.
And everybody
and their house is now valued over $1 million.
All right, on that note, can we hit the news, please? Is that a yes? Didn't hear a no.
I got no news. I'm just the face of the show. That's all I am. I got my own things to worry about.
I had a couple
There's nothing
things
to talk about. There's no sports. There's no video games.
There are sports.
Oh.
There are sports now.
Yeah, marble racing. If you want to watch marble racing, which is
all right. Hold on a second. Let me hit the news. Let me hit the news sounder first.
Okay,
stand by. All right. This is the GameHounds news, the news, views, and commentary of the week in gaming with Gamer Edie, Holly Gully, and Nick D. Nicola. And our first item is Nick.
So Edie, you can look this up because I can't with my computer. If I open a tab, my computer's gonna blow up. Look up the soccer league in FIFA, like the European Soccer League in FIFA. But in America, Fox Sports is gonna start showing NASCAR races using the internet game iDriving, the iDriving simulation game.
Is it iDriving? It's one of the two.
It's iDriving.
iDriving? Okay.
And I guess
I heard it was pretty good.
This is just a single event. Yeah, it's a really popular, very hardcore sim, which makes sense that it would be used in this. But yeah, it started off as a one-time race, and Fox aired it. But I guess 1 million people watched it. And so now Fox is like, okay, let's do a whole season of it. And so if you go to
Spain's La Liga may be shut down, and I'm reading from Reuters that Spain's La Liga may be shut down due to the coronavirus outbreak, but the fierce competition between the teams is set to carry on in the virtual world with an esports tournament featuring a player from each club. Is that the one you were looking for? Yep.
Yeah, I haven't found out where to go to watch those though, because I would like to watch a FIFA game like that.
After hosting a virtual Seville derby last Sunday on FIFA 20 between Sevilla defender Sergio Reguilon and Real Betis striker Borja Iglesias, that was watched by 62,000 people on his Twitch channel, Ibani Llanos decided to test the waters a bit further. Llanos, perhaps Spain's best-known esports commentator, asked his Twitter following whether they would be interested in him hosting a FIFA tournament with a player from each of the La Liga clubs representing their side. The response was emphatic, not only from fans, but from the footballers too. A player from each club will participate with Sergi Roberto in Barcelona, Atletico's Marcos Llorente, and Valencia midfielder Carlos Soler among the first to sign up. At Real Madrid, competition was so stiff to represent the merengues that Thibaut Courtois, Dani Carvajal, and Marco Asensio hosted a playoff online, with Asensio coming out on top. So they literally ran like qualifiers to represent their team in this esports tournament. Yeah.
And I'm not sure where that is. I think that's on a guy's Twitch channel, but I'm not entirely sure where to go to watch that.
You want to go to the Twitch channel for the commentator, who is Borja. No. Ibai Llanos, Iballanos, who is the sports commentator who was the one that said, "Do we want to host it on my Twitch channel?"
Okay.
So,
and so for the NASCAR,
it's going to take place Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it's going to be on Llanos' Twitch channel.
Okay. And for the NASCAR, I think it's every Sunday, and it's the NASCAR Pro Invitational iRacing Series.
Mm-hmm.
And it will actually be hosted by the usual NASCAR hosts.
Nice.
So, and I know that I guess and I can't find a link to this. It's just mentioned briefly in the Kotaku piece, but Formula One racing is actually doing the same type of thing. The actual race is canceled, so they're holding races in okay, here it is. In the F1, the Codemasters F1 2019 game, the official cut.
Mm-hmm.
A virtual Grand Prix series. Yeah. So when actual sports aren't on TV, esports are filling in that gap.
Yep. This is not game related, but Goalie, I don't know if you know this, but NHL is now making all games played during the suspended 2019-2020 single available to stream on demand.
Yeah,
and they've launched the NHL Pause Binge on its website and YouTube channel, which allows you to allows you to view documentaries and quote full-length classic NHL games dating from the 1950s to present day.
Yeah.
Normally that's behind a paywall and it's free now.
Yeah, I saw some of that. And what's really sad is I actually opened up the NHL app the other day and I saw that. I was like the pause thing, and you can go back and watch them, even on your phone, watch some games.
Right.
And what sucked is they had I went to scores and it had the schedule of like what the last games that were played, and I went to flip forward and there was no more flipping forward. That was it. They didn't even it didn't say postponed or anything. It stopped right there, and it was very sad.
Yep. Let's see. My first item is standby. Canceled that. I don't want to see that. Yeah, sure, safe, whatever. Where am I going? I don't want to look at that. All right. So, remember last week I went off on GameStop about how they're fuckers and we all need to boycott them because they were insisting on staying open even though other stuff was closed because of the stay home order. And they were told essential services open only, and GameStop declared themselves as an essential service. And then they made they were still holding midnight launches for Doom and for Animal Crossings. And essentially they were being assholes. They were completely putting their customers' health at risk and their customers' family health at risk in order to pursue the almighty dollar because they're going under. And I was not the only one who was angry at them. Apparently, you sent me the link, actually, as soon as it happened, Nick. State of Pennsylvania went after GameStop specifically because they refused to shut down and had declared themselves essential services. State of Pennsylvania suspended GameStop's business license immediately. So they could not practice business in Pennsylvania. Once that happened, then GameStop started shutting down because they realized that they might incur the wrath of states. And I guarantee you, California would have come down on them like a ton of bricks. Gavin Newsom is not fucking around about that. And neither is Governor Cuomo in New York. So anyway, they have now officially shut down all U.S. operations. A spokesperson from GameStop has reached out to some media outlets and has said that they have, quote, closed stores in Pennsylvania to comply with the state's mandate to ensure the safety of our customers and associates, and not because we lost our permit license. No, you lying fucker. You would have stayed open if you could have. If you didn't think that someone was going to come down on you like Thor's fucking hammer, you would have stayed open, you lying fucks. God, they can't even shut down the right way. They have to fucking lie on their way out the door. The day that GameStop goes out of business, I will throw a fucking party on this channel. I didn't think I could hate GameStop more. I hate them so much right now. It's like reaching a new level every time they do something. Every time they release a press release, it's like, how low can you go? Anyway, so they have shut down all operations in California and across the United States, in Pennsylvania, everywhere, and I hope they don't survive. Period. The end. What?
That's harsh. That's harsh.
I am pissed. You should be pissed to have somebody tell a bald-faced lie. I mean, not even trying. Seriously. Either they don't care that you think they're lying, which is a horrible fuck you, or they think you're stupid enough to believe that shit.
I believe.
Well, it's just funny the fact that they had to mention in there that says, "Oh, we're shutting down, but not because of the business license. No, we're shutting down for other reasons."
They actually
it's like
made
a little
point
kid being
of detouring the conversation to lie about it.
It's like a little kid saying, "Well, give the toy fast. I don't want it anymore."
Yeah. So GameStop, fuck you. Fuck GameStop. They're the new Konami for me. I actually hate them more than I hate Konami right now, this moment. You got anything else? I'm having a hard time finding news.
Yes. Well, I had a couple things, and I had to close Windows to save my internet. Plague Inc. is getting an update. They haven't announced exactly when it's going to come out, but it's basically the reverse of what the game has been. Well, you will now play to stop a global outbreak.
Oh, a little too close to home. Hey, Plague Inc.
Yeah. So now you'll be playing the movie Outbreak. And they haven't announced exactly when it's going to come out, but they have announced that they are working on this. In addition, the developer donated $250,000 to the Coalition of Epidemic Preparedness and Innovations. So, Plague Inc. developer, good people.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, Donnie Eddington points out that this corona shutdown has proven our internet system is not ready for full download and online service for gaming. You know something else that I haven't heard from? You know that most of us have data caps, right?
Yeah.
I've blown out my data cap from Comcast, which I didn't even know we had one. I've blown it out, and I got the free courtesy one time. You blew it out. We're not going to charge you this time. I'm wondering, I haven't heard anything from Comcast about whether they are going to waive when you hit the data cap, then they throttle you on top of that. Mm-hmm. I haven't heard if they are changing that. The data caps.
I've heard nothing from Comcast. I got a text from T-Mobile, my cell service, that said, "Hey, because of this, we're suspending your." I have a cap of 2 gigabytes a month. Like, that's the thing I signed up for. But they're like, "Hey, we'll give you unlimited until like May 1st."
Right.
But I've heard nothing about Comcast.
Yeah, and with all these people,
and I've heard other cellular services doing that, but I've heard nothing about what is it, cable services doing that.
Yeah. Well, they need to, and if not, then they need to have another GameStop.
They should just get rid of data caps, because data caps are pointless.
Data caps are
just a way to gouge
pointless.
Customers.
Exactly. What we need to do is get rid of the fucking FCC and then start going after these guys.
Don't get rid of the FCC. Just get rid of the head of the FCC.
Right. get a whole new FCC
shithead.
and start really taking these guys to task. Because if this coronavirus has proven nothing, it's that data is necessary. It's not a luxury in this day and age.
Mm-hmm.
It's a utility. You don't have data, you don't have anything in this country anymore. You must have data.
We need to take the person in charge of GameStop and put him in charge of the FCC. That's what we need to do.
That is not fucking funny, Golly.
Either that, or, or even better for the FCC, put Don Matrix. Ah, you don't want that?
Motherfuckers!
Too bad. Get off the internet then.
Don Matrix should be head of the GameStop right now. Fuck you, fuckheads. At least Don Matrix would tell the truth and be like, I don't fucking care about you.
Put him in charge of the FCC. You don't want data caps?
You want data caps? Let me give you a double fucking data caps. You're going to take my data caps and you're going to fucking like it, fuckers.
Gonna give you a data cap, gonna give you a kneecap.
In retrospect, what's his name? Reggie Fils-Aimé, who used to be at Nintendo. He chose the worst time to join the GameStop board.
That must have been a really uncomfortable moment when all that started happening and Reggie went, like
welcome aboard.
Right. Hey, Reggie, welcome aboard. Fuck you.
Here's the pen. Here's a GameStop pen. Would you like to sign on your door to the office too? Yeah,
because Reggie knew. I mean, Reggie's a really good guy. You knew that this was a moment of like, what the fuck have I gotten myself into? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I do like in the chat, AC Wraith made a good comment that there's a lot of fake restrictions this virus is exposing that's making people upset.
Yeah. Yeah, this is nobody expected this spotlight to be shined in all of the dark corners of our world, exposing the cockroaches that are feeding off of our bodies and stealing from us. But it's now becoming more evident.
Speaking of restrictions and limitations,
really, did you just link the Don Matrix Wikipedia entry? Thank you. God, I love you.
Oh,
no, not you. AC Wraith linked the Don Matrix and the Reggie Fils-Aimé.
There's a delay. It's awkward.
I know. I'm sorry. That's you, not me. All right. So, as you were saying, Nick.
Okay, yeah, so I do have a story, and you have to wait a couple seconds. The Nintendo Switch. Wow.
Will you get me one of those for Christmas?
I was going to get you one.
It's a desk for everybody listening. It is literally one of those old-fashioned desk signs. You know those nameplates you put on the desk sign that says, fucker in charge of you fucking fucks. I want that.
I was going to get you one of those for the show. Yes, I was. I was going to get you one year. That's why I called this up. That could be on the GameStop. Yeah, here you go.
That's pretty good.
Like the sound in my ears right now is like the Herald of Angels. I'm seeing it. Oh, a choir of angels. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful.
That is funny though.
It's gorgeous. I want beautiful.
You like me. You really like me.
It's the simple things that bring such joy.
I want that. All right. Anyway, you were saying, Nick, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Limitations. The Nintendo Switch is out at most retailers now.
Yeah, I'm tempted.
Is it at GameStop?
Fuck GameStop. I'm very tempted. Animal Crossing is seeming very good. I think, and it just seems like the kind of thing I would like to do.
I think I'm going to go back to Witcher 3. I really, really do.
Nick,
I think the Switch is selling out because it's a portable thing, so you can hold it on your couch and pretend that you're outside.
Have we heard what the reviews are for the Nintendo Switch?
Nintendo Switch that's been out for years?
No, not the Switch. I'm sorry. The what were you talking about? The fuck that just came out.
Oh, the game you mentioned, Animal Crossing.
Yeah, Animal Crossing.
I don't know. I've heard people like it. I've heard there's some things about it that's different that people don't like, but it's kind of nitty-gritty Animal Crossing details. I've never been into those games, but it's a life sim. You played Stardew Valley, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I
It's
played
that
a
type of
lot
game.
of Stardew Valley.
Yeah, you would probably like Animal Crossing.
Yeah. All right, yeah. So Animal Crossing is, and God, it is all over my news feed. Animal Crossing's is. Have we heard what the sales are yet?
No.
Sales numbers? Okay.
I haven't.
My next item is speaking of the Nintendo Switch, a game that disappeared and was banned from Nintendo Switch is now available. Golly, this might be the kind of game that gets you into the Nintendo Switch. It's a game called Lust for Darkness Dawn Edition. It was originally it was launched on Nintendo Switch eShop and then delisted last year. It was a game that earned an adults only rating in North America.
Go on.
And that was why it was removed from the delisted.
Go on.
It does now have a few. It's still not safe for work. And it does contain a few tweaks to the original game, but it kept it which kept it from being the adults only rating. But it's still pretty not safe for work. It is developed by SimFabric, and it's about a guy. I don't know. It's something. It's 14 gigs on the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I forget what the story is about. But an unofficial rundown of its key features includes erotic and occult themes. World design inspired with works of Lovecraft, Geiger, Zdislaw Bekinski. Nick would know because those are all horror writers.
Uzbekenstein?
Yeah, Uzbekenstein. Exploring a Victorian...
Frau Bluka?
Exploring a Victorian mansion and the world of Lustka. Using portals to traverse between two alternate realities. Searching for hidden items to unlock side stories to find out more about the game's backstory. Escaping the creatures of Lustka. And original soundtrack by a known composer who's a guy named Draco Narad. So it sounds like a really very interesting game that was rated AO. And they made a couple of tweaks. It's still pretty racy, but at least it's not AO anymore. And it's back on the Nintendo Switch eShop. And it is called Lust for Darkness Dawn Edition.
Okay, I found a review of this game on PC Gamer.
Yeah.
It used to be on Steam. The headline, there's Lust for Darkness is a cheap survival horror that treats genitals like jump scares.
I'm okay with that. You want to continue on with the
Go on.
Go on.
It's not a positive review.
Okay, go on.
Okay. The teaser is Lovecraft and a sex cult can't save.
Go on.
Lovecraft and sex cults.
No.
You know, for fans of the genre.
Right.
I can see that.
Okay. Here's one. I've only read the first sentence in this paragraph, the first couple words, so I don't know where this is going. Again, the bulk of the sex in Lust for Darkness is a pleasant, consensual orgy in a nice house where the horror is reduced to dark hallways, an occasional splash of body horror, and growing simulacra. Kidnapping and rape are just excuses in the brittle plot required to rope in an eldritch sex cult for the player to be scared of. It's one of the most cliched, shallow, and predictable premises I've seen in a horror game.
I love it.
I don't know if I'd say predictable, but okay.
This is worth a buy for Switch.
We're both married. We're okay, obviously, with the boring, predictable sex.
A consensual orgy. I'm so yeah. And then those other things that you said.
Oh, okay.
Too, yeah.
Okay. Here you go. This is the paragraph above. I should have read this one first. It's almost comic the way the player character gasps and shivers at organs so common. If he behaved like a human at all, I'd tell you his name. Just know this. His wife is kidnapped by a horny, horned man who then forcefully aborts her baby and rapes her because dark magics. It's an upsetting premise that immediately invokes sexual trauma that never actually addresses the act.
Oh, that's okay. That's over the top. No,
yeah,
it's not funny anymore. Yep, I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah, no.
I will just have the salad. Thank you very much.
Cancel my order for tapioca pudding, please.
Yep. So yeah. Well, anyway,
okay,
that horrible game is. You can now buy it on the Nintendo eShop.
Way to kill the show.
Wait! I've got one more sentence.
Okay, all right.
Can you save
I agree.
You saved the sale.
I do agree that a kneeling, armless figure coughing up a penis the size of a mailbox is not pleasant, but genitals on their own, adorned with Geiger-esque gills and pipes, just look like genitals at a Hot Topic.
I gotta give him credit. That's a good line. Your Hot Topic genitals.
Yeah. Pros? Cons? Pros?
It sounds like a lot of cons.
So many in both columns.
Yeah.
So many in both columns.
Abortions, forced abortions, rape. Yeah, that's
the whole horn
that's a
thing.
lot of cons to overcome that even Hot Topic genitals can't.
Yeah.
So, you got anything else, Nick?
Yes, this is a simple one. The PlayStation Plus games for next month, April, are Uncharted 4 and Dirt Rally 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, some good ones.
I'm actually really looking forward to Dirt Rally 2. Like, I could, after being disappointed by Need for Speed, I could use the good racing game. And yeah, it'll be free. So I'm totally going to download
Grid.
that. And Uncharted 4,
check out Grid, Nick. Have you played Grid on PS4?
No, and I was trying to remember what that game was so I could check to see if it was on sale now.
Grid is really good.
Got that March Madness thing going on.
It's a remake of a 360 or the PS2 or 3 game. Grid is really good. Well, I like it. It's very customizable, so I can really dumb it down so I can play it and not crash all over the place. Because other racing games, Grid is, I think, for me, plays really nice. It really reminds me of like a Forza, how it plays. In fact, it's easier than Forza, if that's any consolation.
Okay.
But Grid is one of the few racing games I do like, and I like it a lot.
Cool.
Let's see. My next item is let's see, new game coming out. That is called Round Guard. Actually, it's already out. It came out on Friday the 13th, and I put this to
I've heard
be
of
mentioned
that.
last
It's on
week.
iOS.
Right. PS4. It's on Steam and Switch and Xbox One. It's going to be PS4 sometime soon. It's pretty much, and wait for it, Peggle turned into a dungeon crawling role playing game.
Ooh. Look out for that dragon. Okay, hang on one second. Hold the music.
It is a ball bouncing roguelike, if you will. In other words, it sounds like exactly like something that you and Jaeger would absolutely love. It combines pachinko style gameplay of Peggle with randomized loot, character specific skills, and RPG progression. Players choose one of 3 classes: rogue, warrior, or wizard, each with a particular set of skills that makes them a nightmare for creatures like spiders, skeletons, orcs, and the odd beholder. The rounded adventurers are fired into the fray, bouncing off treasure, potions, and aforementioned fantasy creatures. So you essentially launch your character Peggle-like into a fight. When a creature is hit, the player's character does damage, but also takes damage. Bouncing off healing potions is essential for adventuring success. So it's pinball, but instead of balls, you're using your characters. And I think that sounds like your kind of game, Goalie.
Yeah, it does. I like it.
So it is Round Guard. It is on Steam, Switch, and Xbox One. Brand new, and it's going to be coming to PS4 soon. I picked that up specifically because I heard that. It was like, what?
PAX.
Did you?
Maybe. I know I've seen it at a PAX.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I actually played it. I know I played something similar. That was like a dungeon crawler pinball game. We had an interview about it. But it wasn't. It was pinball,
I don't recall.
Peggle.
Yeah, no, I don't recall it being this game.
But I know I've seen this game. I know I've seen a video of it. Anyways, you know what? I just downloaded that because it is on Apple Arcade. So thank you for at least justifying me having Apple Arcade for one more month.
Oh, really?
I'll have to check it out.
Oh, yeah. That's good. I might want to get Apple Arcade. It just seems like it's
it's a
$5?
Good deal. It's $5. The first month is free, and that's good. Like I said, though, they have been super slow at adding games. So if you hop in now, you'll have a great 3 months with it, and then. But hey, you justified me keeping it around for at least another week or so while I play Round God. See if it's any good.
Yeah. I'm looking for anything else. Only other thing I remember off the top of my head, because now my news feed is full of fucking coronavirus instead of video game news.
Yeah.
The Steam hit another record for simultaneous users this week. The last time they hit was like 19 million. They now hit a new record a couple of days ago of 22 million. It's a lot of people. Gabe Newell is laughing his ass off right now. Gabe Newell, and he owns the whole thing. Well, I mean, not the whole thing, but close enough to.
Oh, okay. So I'm looking at Reddit now I'm looking at Reddit now on my phone since I can't use the computer. Animal Crossing actually sold 1.88 million copies in its first 3 days in Japan.
Wow.
That's not the US. That's Japan, but that's also a lot for Japan.
Yeah. Well, Japan's everybody's on lockdown. I mean, the thing is that Animal Crossing couldn't have hit better because it is a new game. Everybody is home in the whole world right now. Nobody's working.
The other game that came out the same day has Animal Crossing. Doom Eternal has also broken franchise records for opening weekend sales.
Yep.
I don't have an exact number yet, but it's apparently also sold really well. So, hey, Animal Crossing and Doom can coexist in harmony.
In other news, that Pokemon game ain't doing too well. We got to go out and find all the things.
Oh, Pokemon Go? Yeah. Poor Pokemon Go.
Pokemon stop.
Okay, so on the Bombcast, one of those guys actually plays Pokemon Go fairly often, and he actually had an update about how they're handling this whole coronavirus. I guess they are. I don't think they're giving these items away for free, but I think they're super cheap and I don't know if it's in-game currency or real currency, but there's an item that forcefully spawns Pokemon around you so that you don't have to go out looking for them. And they have made that item in the shop really cheap. But I don't know if it's a real currency item or if it's in-game currency item. Either way, it's kind of iffy, but basically they are taking steps to try to, ride this out by allowing you to spawn Pokemon around you.
That's kind of nice. At least they're trying to do something. Oh, hey, here's some more information, some news. I finally figured out how to tailor my news to something that could be useful for this. RPG, Child of Light, which is a game that you absolutely loved, Nick, right?
No.
You did not like Child of Light?
No, I thought it was meh.
Oh, all right. Well, it is now free to keep. You can download it for free until April 11th. Price. Really?
For free? Absolutely, you can go play it. It's not bad. It's just not good either. It's perfectly middle of the road.
Okay. I don't know. Why did I think you liked Child of Light?
I don't know. That's an old one though. That came out a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's 360
era. Yeah.
And I'm looking for other news.
I've read a couple things. Half-Life Alyx came out. The Half-Life VR game.
Yes.
I've been reading a couple interesting things about that. It seems like it takes the VR to an impressive level where like literally every object is interactable. Like in the very beginning, you're in a room with like markers and a glass, and you can actually pick up the markers and draw on the glass. And people are drawing all sorts of funny things. Then you can have an eraser. But there's an interesting article on Kotaku about how after playing it, the guy began to hallucinate, where every time he turned, he expected his vision to like hop the way that the game does in VR, because it doesn't turn smoothly. It kind of jerks like that. How when he got close to the walls, he just expected himself to clip through it like he does in the game and not actually smash into it like he really does. And just other kind of weird visual hallucinations that come from playing a VR game too much. But I've heard it seems like it's a quality game that actually does VR right.
It's also really hard to find, by the way, right now, as I am learning, as I'm sitting here listening to you. Another thing that is sold out and almost impossible to find. Nintendo Switches.
What?
Sold out
everywhere.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Huh.
Well, maybe I'm not getting one. You can get one for $369. Jesus.
Oh, jeez.
For the gray Joy-Con. Really? At Target? Are they really? Oh, but with Mario Kart 8, so that's why it's a bundle pack, but still, yeah. So anything else we want to talk about before we shut down this show?
Outer Wilds is coming to Steam. That's the outer space sim, the best game of last year.
You really loved.
It's absolutely fantastic. That's coming out to Steam. I can't find the exact date, but I know that they have a date.
I've got nothing else. There's a couple patches. Where did I see that patch coming out for? There's a Division 2 update that is out now. Bunch of other patches and updates coming through.
Oh,
nothing I can think of.
I'll have to look at this. Do you remember Bleeding Edge? It was a game that Microsoft showed off at E3 last year.
Describe it. I don't remember it.
A third-person action-adventure brawler game, multiplayer brawler game, made by that really popular action developer. They made Enslaved. They made the new Devil May Cry. They made
Ninja Theory.
Yes, Ninja Theory. New game from Ninja Theory. Third-person brawler, multiplayer. Anyways, it's out today.
Oh. Oh, crap. I didn't want to do that. Stand by. I'm pulling it up right now. Here it is. Music. Anyway, this is it. Does it show? This is the Xbox. I don't remember this. Do I?
Yeah, this looks like the reveal trailer.
Yeah, it was the reveal trailer, but I do not remember seeing this at all.
And that might be why it's kind of unceremoniously released.
Yeah.
Today without much hype. Apparently, it's okay. IGN has a review in progress up that's mostly positive.
Yeah, I think now it's starting to come back to me. And I didn't care because this was just another,
it's a multiplayer
competitive brawler like everybody else has. This is just another attempt at becoming an esport.
It's just one of those weird moments where a game, that gets the big highlight at E3 gets released, and it's like with absolutely zero fanfare.
Right. Yeah.
Not for promoted this at all.
Yeah. Either they didn't have.
And based on the review, it doesn't sound awful. It's only $30, so it's not a full price game.
Yeah, March 24th.
Maybe since I don't have an Xbox, maybe if you go on Xbox and open the store, it's got nice big promotional placement on their storefront.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of Xbox, I haven't seen anything. Yeah, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, that is kind of odd that this game came out. Yeah, $29.88 on Amazon right now.
Although if you have Game Pass, I think it's free.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's a Game Pass.
That makes sense because it is a Microsoft sponsored, game.
Uh-huh.
All right. Anything else we want to talk about before we close out this show, gentlemen? Because I got to get ready to go do my regular podcast. If anybody cares, I'm sure you don't care. Although, you could have me for an hour live, but I'm doing a radio show with information about my neighborhood. So unless you live in Point Richmond, California, you're not going to care. But there is music, my music. So if you want to know what I listen to and the music I like, you can watch that. It is on Spreaker. It is audio only, and it is called Point Connect. And you can also find it on, I have it syndicated to Standby. I don't want an update pending. Fuck. God damn it. No, stop.
Updates.
Yeah. And it didn't hold this. So it's listed on Alexa devices. You have to, and same thing with GameHounds. All of us, GameHounds are also on Alexa devices. You have to, which includes the Dot and Alexa and everything else. You do have to enable the skill, the Spreaker skill. So you go Alexa, enable Spreaker, and it will enable the Spreaker skill. And then once you get the Spreaker skill enabled, then you just say, Alexa, play GameHounds. Or if you want to listen to the other show, Alexa, play Point Connect. We are also listed on Google Home devices. Oh, thank you. There you go. There it is, Point Connect. That's me. But if you want to listen on Google Home devices, you just say play GameHounds podcast on Alexa on Google Home devices, and we come up. And if it doesn't work, please let me know. But we're also it's on all the basic stuff. It isn't yet on iTunes podcast. The Point Connect is not on iTunes podcast or Last FM right now, but it will be for and it's only going until April 7th or until we're let out of home detention at this point. We all get our virtual ankle bracelets taken off. So anything else before we close out the show, gentlemen?
No, I'm getting hungry. I gotta go eat some lunch.
I'm starving. All right. So on that note, let's close. Wait, stand by. On that note, let's close this out. You've been listening to GameHounds, episode 538. We recorded this on Wednesday, March 25th, 2020. I've been Edie Sellers, and with me has been Holly Goley and Nick DiNicola. Ways to get a hold of us, gamehounds.net is our website, and gamehounds@gmail.com is our email. I have to block you. I can't look at you. I can't finish this when I look at the screen. So I am blocking you right now from my screen so I can continue. Ways to get a hold of us, gamehounds.net and gamehounds@gmail.com. I'm now muting you. We have a Patreon. If you like our show, if you want to continue our show, God dang it, I don't know what he's doing. Patreon.com/GameHounds is the way to get a hold of us. And we all $1 a month is all we ask to help support this show and keep our video stream going. If you want to watch us do this show live, if you want to listen to us live, we record on Spreaker every Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern on Spreaker. That's speaker with an R, Spreaker.com. Or if you want to watch us doing it, we also live stream our recording at the same time on YouTube. It is the GameHounds GameHounds Vids on YouTube. That's VIDS as in videos. There is also our Facebook page, The GameHounds. By the way, our Facebook page is lovingly curated by our very own piss boy, Steve M. Hawk Ortegon. Do follow that and you will get notifications when we go live here. And on top of that, we have all of our links provided in all of our different venues and ways you get out to us. If you can't find something that we've talked about, go to the comment section. Every link is accounted for everything we mentioned, done by our very own link bitch, AC Ray. Thank you so much for doing that. Please sponsor us, and thank you to our Patreons. We appreciate you, especially right now, because we're all out of work. We appreciate your Patreon sponsorship. Thank you. Goalie, we'll talk to you next week. Nick, talk to you next week. Everybody else in the chat room, we'll talk to you next week. Be safe, socially distance, keep yourself safe, and be kind to each other. It's the only way we're all going to get through this. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.
Good show. Good show.
Who needs lust for darkness when we've got you, Goalie?
I have to go roll that back so I can find out what you did. I have no idea what you did.
You know, back in the day.
All right, we're out of the audio. Audio is closed.
That
good, Nick? Really? Was it that good?
It's that bad.
Oh no.
Was it back in the day? I used to spin that toilet paper roll like I was on The Price is Right. Now, when I pull the toilet paper off, it's like I'm cracking a safe.
Mm-hmm. I have been
I've
actually started counting the squares when I use it.
Do I really need to wipe this time?
Actually,
maybe I can get away with it.
We got loads of toilet paper. We got a brick of toilet paper. Yeah, right as this thing started. I ordered it the day before we got the shutdown on Google, and it took a week to get here. And I think we got it like Thursday or Friday of last week. So we've got a brick of toilet paper in addition to like a 12-pack of double rolls that we already had.
I don't know why, but about a week before all this went down, I went in the store and I was like, I usually just grab like 8 rolls, just something to get through a week or two, just to have something. Mm-hmm. And it's I'm grabbing my 8 and I'm grabbing the 20-pack, right? And I never grab a full case. I don't want to pay for it, right? And I grabbed it and it's like, I went back like 3 days later and grabbed another 20-pack. I was like, I don't know why. Because this is before the big panic. I said, I don't know why, but I want to grab a second one of these. So I have those for a backup. But
yeah.
And then when I'm out and about,
be buying toilet, just the two of you. You're not going to be buying toilet
we
paper
got a couple
for
of months. No, we go because I work at home. I'm home all day, so
so is everybody.
So I plan on going through more than normal, unfortunately. But when I'm out and about, like I went to the store the other day and I picked up, a couple of things, and they had a handful of rolls. So I grabbed 2 rolls. It was like every time I go out, if I see it, I grab a couple, just to kind of keep current. You know what I mean? But I'm not buying, I'm not getting 10 cases. I'm not that guy,
Yeah.
So,
but even so, you've got more than enough toilet paper. You're not going to run out.
But it's just like the webcams. That's weird. It's like my buddy's like, I can't find a webcam anywhere. It's like, what do you mean?
Yeah,
you
that's
can't
interesting.
Find a webcam?
Yep.
I mean,
that's one of the asks that a lot of people are putting out on our. By the way, if you let me put this out to everybody watching right now. If you are not on Nextdoor, go get on Nextdoor. Nextdoor is a neighborhood-based forum. You go in, you put in your email address, you sign up, and it says what's your address, what's your zip code, and what's your address, and it will put you into a forum with people within your neighborhood only, and you could actually choose your neighborhood, and then you can also send to choose messages to surrounding neighborhoods. So essentially it becomes a neighborhood forum. This is essential for you for things like you'd be surprised. I've run out of toilet paper. Does anybody have spares? People will absolutely offer. Or my next door neighbor down just around the corner had to have needed a webcam, and we let her borrow our webcam that is normally that Kevin has on his 3D printer that he's not running right now. So we unplugged it and it's like, yeah, absolutely. You can borrow our webcam until this is over, because we're not going to be 3D printing until after this is over anyway. But then afterwards, we'll go down and pick it up. Anybody that is offering to help, this is Nextdoor is rapidly becoming the go-to place for many governments, local governments and statewide governments, to connect with specific neighborhoods so that they can actually target their message for that neighborhood. So go to Nextdoor. That's NEXTDOOR. Get yourself an account. On top of that, there is another countrywide service that Nick Gully, you need to do this right now. Go to your phone and go to text your zip code. And let me look it up to make sure I give you the right number. Text your zip code. Everybody listening right now, do this. Text your zip code to 888-777. That connects you to something called Nixle. Nixle is a service that geolocates, well, it doesn't geolocate you, but if you put in your zip code, you will start getting emergency alerts from your city, from your state, and from the nation also. But because it gives you the zip code, it knows what city you're in, what county you're in, and what state you're in. And you will get immediate texting, emergency warning alerts to your text that are specific for your neighborhood. And no, it doesn't spam you. You literally only get emergency warnings that are like, not even Amber Alerts. It's like tsunami warning, earthquake warning, whatever it is. Those are the kinds of alerts you get. So text your zip code to 888-777, and it's one place that you can get all the emergency warnings instead of having to go to each of the systems to ask for it. My final thing, because I'm little miss, coronavirus information. Siri is your new best friend when it comes to coronavirus. Apple has instituted a new feature on Siri. Hey, Siri. Do I have coronavirus?
If you're worried you might have coronavirus, a few questions can help you understand your situation. Ready to begin?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any of the following? Fever, dry cough, or trouble breathing?
Yes.
Are your symptoms extreme or life-threatening?
No.
Symptoms like fever, dry cough, or trouble breathing are common signs of coronavirus. Stay home and separate yourself from others. Contact a medical provider if your condition worsens if you're age 65 or over, or you have a serious medical condition like lung or heart disease, or diabetes. If you can't reach a provider, telehealth apps may be able to help.
There is a new coronavirus information on Siri. So yeah, It's the new world order.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, everybody be super duper safe. Keep your hands. I know I've been rubbing my eyes, but I also washed my hands right before I came on the show. And I also haven't been out of the house in 8 days.
Yeah, I'm clearly not worried about that.
Yeah.
I haven't left the house in a while.
And if you're young, you're absolutely still at risk. You absolutely can die. You can be sick. You can die from this if you are young and even really young. So don't look at this like, fuck it. I'm young. I'm not going to get sick. No, you absolutely can die from this. And it is an ugly death. Anything else before we close out this show? By the way, seriously, Nick, go sign up for Nixle. 888-777. Just text your zip code to it. Takes a half a second. And because you want those kind of evacuation warnings and things like that. And yeah, anything else? Wow, you guys just totally deflated at the end of the show. Look at you.
I'm tired.
I
I'm
don't have
hungry.
anything else.
I've been saying I've been hungry for an hour, and you're like, "Hey, anything else? Hey, anything else? Hey, anything else?"
Fuck you.
You know,
had a lot. You had what I can't. You know what? I'm just gonna say in advance. I'm just pissed off at you because of whatever you did at the end of the show that I couldn't say.
You gotta watch it. That's when the magic happens.
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
I can't because I'm doing my closeout shtick, and I've got a limited amount of time. And if you delay me too much, then I run out of music.
That's on you.
A smart person, like a guy,
I've never run out of music, and I'm not about to start now.
A smart person would pre-record that over the music so you could sit back and enjoy things. So
I
you
don't
say the
want
same thing every time. Just put it on a tape.
It's
just
not
hit
the
button.
same thing
Just
every time.
Click. There's ways to get a hold of us. Click, and then you sit back and you can enjoy the show.
It's not the same thing every time, and I don't want to sit back and enjoy the show. That's the fun of you. Yeah. So anyway, all right. We get 11 comments. Godzilla incoming. Yes, you will get a Godzilla incoming if you text your zip code to 888-777. Nick, Gully, we'll talk to you next week, and if not, sooner.
I'm going to try to get on some PS4. I don't know if I'm going to do The Witcher or Tomb Raider or something, but I do want to get on and do something. I'm dying for an adventure game right now. I am, because I've done the tabletop. I've done the sports stuff. It's like, now I want to curl up on the couch with a bag of chips and
have a story.
And have a
Black
story.
Mirror might be for you. I think Black Mirror is more your thing than Sinking City.
Yep.
Yeah,
you might want to think about what was it? Not Red Dead Redemption. Not Red Dead Redemption. What's the one in the medieval Poland?
Kingdom Come.
Kingdom Come Redemption.
No, that's not a goalie game.
Yeah,
that combat is way too like.
Yeah,
there's too much going on.
Yeah. Well, you could play it in the story mode and not have any of the combat. It's a really good story.
Possible?
Yeah,
it is good. It is.
It is definitely an awesome adventure game.
What's it called again?
Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Deliverance. That's what it is.
And it's a story mode.
I believe there is a story mode.
I don't know about that.
Look it up real quick before I sign off, because I'll be very disappointed if I go on there and I waste my time and it's not there. And I will not take any more recommendations. Okay.
Like you can play it in a way that tries to minimize combat, but I don't know if you can turn combat off. I think combat's always got to be there.
Apparently it doesn't. It needs a story mode. Wait, does it? They might have added it. Some people are saying, do they need a story mode? Need a story mode. But then I see Kingdom Come Deliverance story mode.
Discussion.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to get with you on that one, Goalie.
Yeah, let me know if they do.
Okay.
So I get something to eat.
All right.
I'll find something. All
right, everybody. I will talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.
Later.
Bitches.